I'm here on a job site with Tim, who owns his own electrical contracting business.
3 employees and 2 work trucks.
Tim traded up to Geico Commercial Auto Insurance. We're positively here where he needs us most.
They sure are.
With step-by-step help on all his insurance needs, all for shockingly low rates.
Shockingly low, huh?
Just a little bit of electrician humour. Do you get it?
I got it.
You know, it feels like we have a real connection. All right, I'll stop.
Get a commercial auto insurance quote today at geico.com and see how much you could save. It feels good to Geico.
Hey, Trojan family, what's up? Welcome back to the USC LAFB show here on the LAFB network. Hope everyone is doing well. The Trojans add yet another linebacker priority walk-on to the 2026 roster. This is now their third linebacker addition from the priority walk-on variety. When you look at Luca Torti, I talked about Ryan O'Connell yesterday, and now today, Giancarlo Rufo is joining the ranks with USC. Another probably special teams type player, but hey, this is a really productive backer that played at the FCS level that, again, I'm not expecting him to come in and be a starter for this team, but he's going to compete. He's got 1 year of eligibility left, so he's given it his all, and I think he'll make this linebacking room better, and certainly looks like a guy that someone like Mike Eckler is looking to add not only to his linebacker room, but to his special teams depth. So I think another solid addition when you look at who he is and what his production has been. He comes from Georgetown, so an FCS program. 6'2", roughly 230 pounds, so great size there. And when you look at his production of the last 3 seasons, so in 2023, finished with 38 total tackles, 5.5 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. In 2024, finished with 91 total tackles, 3 sacks, and 7 tackles for loss. And this past season, 2025, 103 total tackles, 7 tackles for loss, and 1.5 sacks. So very productive career thus far. And obviously, like I said, has that 1 year of eligibility left. So good size, good production, a guy that can come in and compete. You know, priority walk-on, that's all you want from a priority walk-on. A guy's going to come and compete, and if nothing more, make your starters better. Push your starters to the limit because they're competing for their job. They're there because they love football and they want the opportunity to practice essentially with an elite program, with elite coaches that USC has to offer. So, you always love to see these guys come in and, only 1 year left, but you never know when these guys can earn their scholarship. We've seen many walk-ons all of a sudden end up starting for USC. Not saying Giancarlo Rufo will be the next, but I always get excited about stories like this because, this is why we have the King Millers, the Killian O'Connors, the Kalen Millers of the world. It's guys that just come in, they love the game, they love the program, and they want to make it better, which will then help them get better and potentially elevate their game to the next level. When you look at the linebacking room now, you've got 11 by my count, unless I'm missing a priority walk-on somewhere, but by my count from the season ending till now, 11 linebackers on this roster, 8 scholarship linebackers, 3 priority walk-ons. When you look at your 8 scholarships, you've got 4 returning. So Desmond Stevens, Jaden Walker, Tamir Robinson, and Elijah Newby. Those are your 4 returning. Obviously, Stevens and Walker are your expected starting 2 in this 4-2-5 scheme. You get the transfer in Devin Bryant, who, again, I've said many times, I know there wasn't a ton of excitement in the fan base, when you looked at some of the bigger name guys, but Devin Bryant is great against the run, which he was added before Gary Patterson was officially hired. I'm sure there was some conversations about that, but in this 4-2-5 defense, these linebackers need to be good against the run, and Devin Bryant has that in spades, so certainly will have a role. You have your 3 incoming freshmen in Talanoa Ely, who this staff expects to see big things as a freshman. I've said many times, this could be the next 5-5. We've been yearning for the next 5-5 for the USC Trojans, and Talanoa Ely, I full-heartedly believe can be that guy. I expect big things right off the bat as a true freshman. Sean Scott, again, another great asset coming from Mater Dei. Many recruited as an edge. USC saw him more as a stack backer. We will see him continue to develop. And Taylor Johnson from Cajon here in San Bernardino County. Again, lower-rated recruit, highly productive high school career. If there's someone that's going to surprise people out of this freshman class, like a name that's not the Kenai Pepes, not the Talanoa Elys, not the Booby Feasters, the top names, watch out for Taylor Johnson in that linebacker room. And then the 3 priority walk-ons, like I mentioned, Luca Torti, Ryan O'Connell, and now Giancarlo Rufo. So I believe that will round out the linebacker room, but with these priority walk-ons, and they still do, I believe, have a couple scholarships sitting there to get them to 95. I think they're at like 92 or 93, unless there's some that's kind of snuck behind the scenes, and they wanted, like I said, they weren't going to do the 105 scholarships. They were going to go to 95 this season, so I believe they have a couple to maybe delve out that they may even just be hanging on for, mid-season promotions with all these priority walk-on guys. Then they can give them scholarships mid-year, which they weren't really able to do last year. We always kept saying, like, man, when is King getting on scholarship? I don't think they had one to give him last year. Obviously, he now is on scholarship heading into 2026. So there's your latest with that. I'll have plenty more later today on the defensive line coaching search. Little nugget for you there. Plus, I'll have some recruiting news as well. So appreciate you, family. Hit that like and subscribe button here at the USC LAFB YouTube channel. Drop your comments below on anything you thought about Giancarlo Rufo. Do you think he can crack some playing time or more of a special teamer in Mike Eckler's special teams system? We shall see. Appreciate you, family. As always, fight on. Hey, Trojan family, thank you so much for hanging out and watching the USC LAFB show. Before you go, let me tell you quickly about our friends over at Sleeper. Go right now, download the Sleeper app. It's the #1 sports app, not just for season-long fantasy, but they've got live pickers, they've got live stat updates, they've got a chat that you can chat with other users, plus the daily pick'em, which is a blast, or daily fantasy, whatever you want to call it. You go and pick 2 to 8 players across any sports. If you're talking USC, go choose Jade Mayav in his next matchup. Pick more or less passing yards, more or less touchdowns. You stack those, and you can win real money. When you go to make your first deposit, make sure you use our promo code USC LAFB. You're going to get a match deposit up to $100. Put in $100, you get $100 free to play with from Sleeper. Put in $10, they'll match you that $10. So now you're sitting at $20 to play with. But also right now, for any new users, no deposit required. You get $20 free entry. You can stack both. You can get the $20 for free. Go make a deposit. Use USC LAFB. And now you've got a bunch of free money to play with right there on the Sleeper app. Check it out, Trojan family. And when you do, tell them the guys at the USC LAFB sent you.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.